Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of TV Show in Space. I'm your host, Lieutenant Commander Rebecca Frost, joined by Admiral Carrie Jackson, and the regular gang is here, Jake, Robin, Tony. Hi everybody.
Yes. Hello.
And
Hello.
very excited to be here this week to talk about 1996's Star Trek First Contact. Finally, we are cooking with gas. This movie rips, you guys.
Cooking
Please
with
lie to
plasma,
me.
I would say, even.
Please lie to me and tell me that the rest of the movies are this good.
They're just
Lie to you and tell you that? Yes,
Yeah.
they're just as good.
It requires a level of lying that I don't know if I'm can do.
I'm in radio; it comes natural.
Spreading misinformation, one podcast at a time. Star Trek First Contact, directed by Jonathan Frakes, written by Ronald D. Moore and Brendan Braga. Awesome. This movie.
Could you ask for
had-
anything more?
It had the sauce. It had the juice. We are cooking with trilithium crystals, you guys. Oh.
Then the next question becomes: why couldn't we keep that up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
What
Well-
happened?
What happened?
We'll save those for other episodes, I suppose. But yeah, agreed.
So,
Well,
as we all
Frakes does direct the next one. I will say that. Frakes does direct the next one.
Okay. I will say, as you guys know, I typically get the synopsises from IMDb. IMDb for this movie, very weak synopsis. Was not pleased by
helpful.
by the 3 paragraphs they had.
That's it. Wow.
I of course decided to check Memory Alpha.
And
I
there's
don't
too
have
much.
5 hours to talk
Yeah.
about this 2-hour-long movie.
It's feast or famine with those two sites.
But thank you to Cygnus-X1.net for their, what I consider, sufficient synopsis. So we will be using Cygnus-X1.net for the synopsis of this movie. Shall we begin?
Sure.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard awakens from a nightmare about his Borg assimilation experience to an incoming message from Admiral Hayes. Hayes informs Picard that Deep Space Five reported that a colony had been destroyed. Completing the Admiral's sentence, Picard realizes who destroyed the colony: the Borg. So Picard calls a meeting and informs his senior officers that their ship has been instructed to patrol the neutral zone. Their orders are to protect the area from any possible Romulan uprising during a Borg attack. Despite protests from his officers, Picard remains faithful to his orders, and the USS Enterprise NCC 1701E begins to patrol the area. Later, Picard regretfully tells Riker that this is his own fault that they are stuck in the neutral zone. Starfleet believes Picard to be too emotionally involved with the Borg because of his previous assimilation to tactily complete a mission against them. Let's talk about the Enterprise E for a second.
Okay, best looking Enterprise in my opinion.
My favorite ship.
Yeah,
My favorite
Really?
we're on the
ship.
same
Really?
page
Yep.
here, Jake. Yes.
It's fancy.
It's sleek.
I don't love the bridge, but
The
sleek.
bridge is a little
that's,
dark.
That's the word I was going to use.
Exterior though, man, they do not come cooler looking than the Enterprise E.
Well, I'll just disagree with y'all and just say
What's your favorite Enterprise?
currently my favorite is probably Strange New World Enterprise, and with a
That's
close
a good one,
second,
Enterprise.
the J.J. Abrams one.
Ugh,
But,
Carrie.
I know.
There's just something about this one though that is just
It's pretty.
it's
It really is.
good. It's got those hard angles on the nacelles, and instead of just a glowing blue on the nacelles, it's got the speed lines.
It's got flames on the side.
Basically.
Also, Riker, oldest first officer in Starfleet.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, I know he has turned down offers to be a captain like 6 times by now, but my guy, it is time.
Yeah. You just got to wait about 4 more hours, Rebecca, and you'll be all right.
Aye, aye, aye. So the men return to the bridge to learn that Starfleet has engaged in combat with the Borg. Intercepting messages between the starships, the crew learns that the Federation is losing. Picard, with his Borg experience, knows that he can help the fleet. He informs his staff that he will make a decision directly in opposition to Starfleet commands. With no objections from his crew, Captain Picard gives the order and the Starship Enterprise sets a course for Earth and attacking the Borg cube. Love this moment when Picard to everyone on the bridge is like, "Hey y'all, I'm about to go against Starfleet orders. If you are against this, speak up now." And everyone's like, "No, dog. We're on Team Picard."
Yeah.
I like Data's moment of to hell with our orders.
Oh,
Data! It's a throwback to Spock at the end of Star Trek 6.
Go to
Were I
hell.
human, I would tell them to go to hell. Yeah.
Well, and you
Yeah.
finally too see that they got writers have finally decided, okay, Data can show emotion, but we don't need to make him the village idiot anymore.
Yeah,
You know,
he could be cool. He could be chill about his
Well, and then
emotions.
the other thing that we learned is that in Generations, the emotion chip was it was stuck in him and it couldn't come out, and he had to live with it. Well, now something happened between then and then. Upgrade, where now he can turn it off if he wants, just by cocking his head.
Oh, I admire you. Sometimes I envy you, Data.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Rob seems to be having technical issues.
Oh.
He was assimilated.
I'll keep an eye on the
Oh
backstage
my
if he makes
God.
it back for you.
Thanks, Tony.
Yep.
So a massive battle ensues, and it appears that the Federation will lose the fight. Despite serious structural damage to the Borg cube, their strength does not weaken. Even the USS Defiant, commanded by Worf, does not appear to be able to turn the tides of the battle. And also, fun fact, just give me a hot second here.
So this was in 1997. So DS9 had been on the air for a couple of years at this point, and Worf was officially the captain of the Defiant by then.
And the
DS9 timeline.
Defiant is made specifically to fight the Borg. Is this correct?
Originally, yes.
Originally.
But that's not where it ends up being used for. But that's another story for another time.
Sure. But one of the officers on the bridge of the Defiant, a baby, the youngest Adam Scott we have ever seen.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was watching. I'm like, is that freaking Adam
Yes,
Scott?
12-year-old
Adam Scott and his
12-year-old
breakthrough
Adam
role.
Scott, and also on the bridge of the Enterprise is Neil McDonough.
Yes.
So my wife watched this one with me, and she goes, "Hey, is that white hair guy? Is that white hair guy before he had white hair?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's Neil McDonough."
Yeah,
I for sure did not recognize him.
You could list the roles that he's been in genre stuff. My favorite being Dum Dum Dugan from Captain America.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yep. He's great. And in the novels that came out after the movie, he was created as the first openly gay character in the Star Trek canon.
Was he now?
Wha-
I thought he
With
but
those
he-
eyes.
he died.
Yeah. He died, but in the novels that precede the movie.
Oh, the
But they
preceding
came
one.
out
Okay.
after. They
I
came
see.
out after the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first gay person in all of Starfleet.
Well,
Crazy.
From our perspective. From
Don't
the
ask, don't
viewers.
tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
in our
let's see.
in our timeline, exactly, Tony.
So, as the Starship Defiant is about to ram the Borg ship on a suicide run, the USS Enterprise beams aboard its crew, including Worf. Picard, having an inside perspective of the Borg and their vessel, focuses the firepower on the fleet on the coordinates he knows to be critical. Just as the main ship is destroyed, a spherical escape pod flies out. The sphere creates a temporal vortex, catching the Starship Enterprise in its wake. Immune to the paradoxes created by the time travel, the starship's crew learns that Earth at the present time appears to be inhabited entirely by the Borg. The commanding officers realize that the Borg have gone into the past and assimilated to Earth, so they follow them back in time to repair the damage the Borg have done. I really I gave out a hoot and a holler when Beverly Crusher comes on board the bridge, and she's like, someone insisted on seeing you, Captain, and it's Worf, and I'm like, yeah, we're getting the gang back together. was just so. And Andrew was like, "Why would they? Like, why is he allowed?" And I'm like, "Because they're friends. I don't think it's an issue, even if he's not technically part of the command."
I mean, Picard's already breaking orders, so
Yeah,
Well,
so what's another
and he was promoted to lieutenant commander, and he's wearing a red uniform now, which means he's a command level officer, so he can go up there, sure.
Well, and
Rob-
I loved when Riker, as Worf comes on the bridge, he's like, "You still know how to fire a phaser, right?"
I love their little jibby jabs at each other.
That's a tough little ship. Little.
Little.
I also like how Picard's like, we could use a little help at tactical, where it's totally like a middle finger to whoever the full-time tactical officer on the ship is.
Yeah.
What am I, chopped liver here? Come on.
You're no Worf. Rob has officially been assimilated, so
Okay, well,
he will be missed. But
He says he'll be back for
insurrection.
insurrection.
all right.
So on Earth, you guys, the movie is so good. I'm just so excited to be talking about it. On Earth, over 3 centuries earlier, a somber Lily Sloan accompanies a stumbling drunk Zephram Cochrane out of a bar after a night of revelry. Me, big ol' Star Trek nerd on my couch, I'm like, "That's Zephram Cochrane, bitch!" And Andrew's like, "Whom?" And I'm like, "Well, if only you had attended Starfleet courses like you were supposed to. It's History 101.
And if you'd have watched the original episode Metamorphosis, you'd know who he is.
Then Lily notices a fast-moving light. She hardly has time to ask what the object is when the Borg vessel attacks. Back on the Enterprise, Picard demands that Data tell him the exact date and location the Borg ship is attacking. The location, Central Montana. The date, April 4th, 2063. The day before first contact. Ooh, you guys, it's so good. It's just so good.
What's the date, Mr. Data?
The date.
Realizing that the
47988.
Borg have come to prevent first contact between alien life forms and humans, the crew knows they must stop the Borg and facilitate this exchange. They destroy the Borg sphere, and Dr. Crusher, Captain Picard, Commander Data, Commander Riker, Counselor Troy, and other USS Enterprise crew transport down to Earth to survey the damage. And conveniently, Computer is like, they ask for wardrobe to match this. And I'm like, that's... If you think about the way fashion works, I hope you're.
What do you say? Mid 23rd century?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Casual.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
But they look great, and I love this for them.
Mm-hmm.
So at the Borg attack site in Montana, the crew finds destruction and chaos. They split into groups to search for Cochrane. Data and Picard hunt for Cochrane's warp ship, the Phoenix. There they encounter a very angry and confused Lily, who believes Data and Picard to be members of a coalition that broke the ceasefire after World War III. She shoots at them in a rage, but impervious to bullets, Data approaches Lily. Overcome by fear and radiation, she falls to the ground. Dr. Crusher diagnoses Lily with radiation sickness caused by the damaged Phoenix and inoculates the entire crew. Against Picard's better judgment, Crusher takes Lily to sickbay. Geordi is called to help repair the warp vessel, and Picard becomes intrigued by its historical significance. In this vessel...
By the way, I love how Beverly's like, "Listen, bitch, I'm taking her." So
And of course, I'm
shut
going to
up.
keep her knocked out. All right, I
Yeah.
know.
What could possibly go wrong?
This is not my first time traveler we've had on board. Okay, I know what to do.
In this vessel began the future as the world would know it, and the past as Picard remembers it. He reaches out to touch the ship. Data, curious about the human need for tactile reinforcement, attempts to create the same feelings he observes in Picard, but is unsuccessful in duplicating this aspect of humanity. I loved this scene, because me also, Jake, you and I, big history nerds.
Yes,
This would be such a cool big deal to like be experiencing
on the site
history
at the
on the
time.
site at the place. Deanna then shows up. She's like, "Do you guys need a room?"
Do you guys want to be? Do you three want to be alone?
Yeah. Aboard the ship, two crew members are sent to examine unexplained maintenance problems, and both disappear. Picard is called to the ship and discovers that the survivors from the Borg sphere have transported onto the ship and are taking over Deck 16. While Picard arranges teams to fight them, the Borg manipulate the climate of the deck to suit their needs and begin to spread throughout the ship. When the Borg attack sickbay, Crusher, her staff, including Alyssa. I love to see Alyssa. I was very happy to see her there. Crusher, her staff, and Lily escape through the Jeffries tube thanks to a distraction by the ship's emergency medical hologram, which I'm told is a Voyager?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
So I
Voyager
can't-
character.
Had Voyager started yet, or
No.
was this the first?
Oh, it had?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
So,
had.
so
You're
anyone
telling me
that,
we get 3
Yeah.
Star Trek things at once?
It was
Yeah.
a big combination, yes.
anyone that
Yep.
had been watching Voyager when they said activate the EMH, everybody was like, "Oh, it's the Doctor."
Man, what a time to be alive to have 3 separate Star Trek things happening at once.
And it was the 30th anniversary of the original series.
Oh, what
To
a time.
celebrate, there was a TV special hosted by none other than Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
who is known a huge Star Trek fan.
Huge Star Trek fan.
Yep.
Has a Gorn head. That
The
he
original
got from-
Gorn head,
Original
yeah.
Gorn head that he bought at an auction or something.
Isn't his
and
production company named?
Red Hour, which
Yeah.
is from the original series.
God,
Yeah.
I wish I could go back in time and tell 7-year-old me to get on board. So, while Crusher leads the group down the passageway, Lily steals away in a different direction. Back on Earth, Riker finds Troy and Cochrane drunk in a bar. Troy justifies that the only way she could get Cochrane to talk to her was by shooting tequila with him. Denying her drunken state, Troy offers her professional opinion on Cochrane, and she explains he's nuts. Personally, already a big Deanna Troy fan. I loved this scene for
Drunk
her
Deanna.
because she's always so calm, cool, collected, composed, and then here she got mad.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever really seen Deanna this mad before.
Now, you being a Deanna Troy fan, me being a fan of alcoholic beverages, my concern was something called tequila, she calls it. Now, I don't know
Yeah.
whether that's a Betazoid thing or is there no tequila in the future?
Well, because they have synthahol, right? So they're not really they're not really focused on actual.
Okay.
I bet
All right.
Guinan has some.
Probably.
I'm
Got to.
sure.
Got
I'm
to.
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But
Right next
but-
to the Mountain Dew.
But Deanna being Betazoid and listen, they could have a Mountain Dew on some other faraway planet, but I'm not going to concern myself with the various different types of beverages on a faraway
right.
planet.
It's fair. It's fair.
And also Roy Orbison, he's playing this whole time. The one Roy Orbison song.
Maybe it was the only one that survived. Doobie doobie, doobie doobie.
I was like, there's so many other Roy Orbison songs that we
So many better ones, yeah.
Yeah.
That was probably David Livingston, the supervising producer, or the line producer, looking at it and being like, "We could do Pretty Woman, or to save a
funny
few $1,000s,
Yeah.
this one."
We save money and it's funny. So
It's a win-win.
The Cupid Shuffle didn't make it to the future. Cha-Cha Slide didn't make it to the future.
none of the traveling wheelberries.
Slide
to
to
the
the left.
All right. Anyway.
So Picard and his team are tracking the Borg through the starship. As Crusher and her staff find Worf's team, Picard's team encounters the Borg. Ooh, we didn't. Well, okay, this. Picard gives a whole speech to the crew, like they are preparing to fight the Borg, right? And Picard is like, "Hey, if it's too it is probably too late for some of our friends in there." Picard, this whole movie is extremely good. Patrick Stewart does such an awesome job of portraying a man with a captain with PTSD about this specific thing and trying to do his best in this given moment.
Oh, yeah.
Awards. Where's the awards for this man? I think this is
It's a
one of his
science-
finest performances.
It's a science fiction movie. They don't take it seriously for awards.
God,
right.
tell me about it. And/or only getting 1 Emmy nomination. Well, that's for
See?
another time. So Worf's team engages the Borg in combat, but the enemies adapt to the crew's weapons too quickly to make any difference, as we know that they tend to do.
They've adopted.
The teams
Also,
are ordered.
the nerd in me counted the shots, by the way.
Well,
course you
I did
did.
too, yeah.
Worf said 10 to 12 maximum, and they got to 9. 9 effective shots before nothing.
Yeah. The teams are ordered to regroup on Deck 15, but Data is captured. Picard cannot save him, so he quickly crawls into a Jeffries tube to escape. Face to face with Picard, Lily steals his phaser and demands an explanation and escape route, and Picard agrees. Lily was really pissing me off here, but at the same time, I get it.
Yeah, she just finished a huge war, and so
Yeah.
of course she's going to be super on edge about anything like this,
And having
Yeah.
just seen him stealing the Phoenix and
right? Yeah.
all of that.
So back on Earth, Geordi shows Cochrane the Starship Enterprise through a large telescope on Earth and tries to convince him to launch his vessel the next morning. Geordi glorifies Cochrane by explaining that his ship will make first contact with alien life forms. Humanity will be saved if Cochrane launches his ship. And still drunk, Cochrane agrees. But during all of this, Geordi, I went to Zephram Cochrane High School. Okay, dweeb. This whole time he is hyping up Cochrane like whoa, and Zephram is like, "Ooh,
No pressure. Yeah.
that's a lot of responsibility. A statue? Ooh, 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 ooh."
By the way, Geordi's eyes.
Yeah.
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 He's
Super
got the
cool.
ocular implants now.
It's about
Super
time.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks great. Back aboard the ship, the Borg Queen introduces herself to a bound Data, claiming that she is the collective. Icky.
Yes.
I do
Oh,
not
you
care
have
for
the axe?
her.
Look at this. Can I zoom in on that,
Oh,
Rebecca?
yeah.
Okay, look at this. Pull the head out.
Yeah.
Just-
Isn't this the greatest of all the Playmates action figures?
I think it might be.
Cool.
It has literally no posability.
Yeah.
Like the arms just
That's
do
okay.
this.
Sure.
But the head, yeah,
It does the head thing. That's what
it
matters.
does the head thing.
Icky. Did not when she comes floating down.
I like the little clamps that come up onto her neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like mission accomplished. Icky.
The way
Did not
the
care for
spinal
it at
column
all.
Spinal
wiggles.
The clamps were very evocative of Pinhead and Hellraiser, that
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Did not care for it. She reactivates Data's emotion chip, and the Borg begin to graft organic human skin onto Data's arm. As Data is overcome by this new human sensation of touch, something he never thought possible, the Borg continue their work. Ooh, I felt so uncomfortable during this whole scene.
But you
Blows
know,
on his skin patch.
with Frakes in charge, it's going to turn sexual. You know
Yeah,
that. I mean,
yeah.
Well,
There's another instance coming up too where I was like, please no.
where Data talks about how long it's been since he slept with Tasha Yar. Yeah.
yeah.
8 years.
Keep
7
Data
months, 3
asexual,
months,
please.
3 weeks, 2 days.
Which also brings up a flag for me, I guess. So there's an episode called In Theory where Data gets a girlfriend to see if he can fall in love. Apparently, they didn't go that far. There was a female crew member who was in love with him, and so he was like, "Well, I'll give this a go then. See if I can."
It's all
Yeah,
part of the
yeah.
human
Make it
experience.
happen.
I should try dating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, am I dating in this day and age? Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? So back on the Enterprise, Lily and Picard wander through the service deck as the captain attempts to explain what has happened between Lily's time and his own. She begins to calm down until they suddenly run into a Borg-infested area. Now, during this whole time when Picard is like talking her down and she's got his phaser at him, set to like evaporate him if she
Yeah.
fires it. I did like the moment where he, is like, here, look out this window. And she's like, oh, that's a big Earth.
Yeah.
There's
no
no window
glass.
on that
There's
window.
No glass.
There's no glass.
Well, I just loved how it was just fascinating to watch her ask these questions about the future. And he just casually answers with things like, "Oh, we don't use money anymore. We
Explain. She's like, how much did this
famine's
cost?
Gone. Yeah.
How much did the ship cost? Oh, it's complicated. We don't really have money in
Yeah.
the future. Oh,
Yeah, I'm just watching it
Dream.
going, oh, that sounds so good.
Oh, the dream.
People do things because they want to.
Yeah.
You
A
know?
progressive society.
I
Oh.
know, right? Oh, it's so woke. It's so woke. When did it become woke? Good heavens.
Oh.
Ay. And as Deanna
April
says,
4th, 2063.
but as Deanna says too, it happens within like 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're accelerating. Oh, the
Yeah.
best 50 years to be alive. My God.
I really, and maybe they're going to this in the books or something, but I've always kind of wondered in that 50-year stint how much of the technology advancements were human discovered and how much of it was other alien races coming
Yeah, I was
over and
thinking
being
about
like,
that too.
Hey, here's this thing that will really help your planet right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to make a deal or something? You work on this and we'll work on that, or blah blah blah.
They
I'd be
talk
really
quite a bit
interested.
about that in Enterprise, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
so long. And I got to admit, when I watched Enterprise, I think I only made it through the first 2 seasons before I got distracted with other stuff. But I'm excited to rewatch that one.
Well, it's
Yeah.
in 8 years from now,
Yes.
when we
Basically, yes.
But Enterprise opens actually with James Cromwell giving a speech as Zefram Cochrane. So it's yeah.
slick.
That's a spicy Star Trek right there. Speaking of a spicy Star Trek, they quickly escape to the holodeck where Picard activates a Dixon Hill program. I never in 1,000 years would have thought they could manage to fit this into this Star Trek movie, but they
really
somehow managed
Forced
to
it
do
in there, yeah.
Got it in there.
At a dance, he and Lily try to blend in without being noticed by the Borg. Following the holodeck story, Picard searches for Nikki the Nose, played by Bob from that 70s show,
Yeah, the neighbor.
Is that who that was?
It was totally.
and
I
takes his
I
machine
love
gun.
that. I love that, because we've seen the Dixon Hill stories before, but we never got like Dick Tracy villain type stuff in there. It's always been straight ahead, hard detective, noir kind of stuff.
Very noir, yeah.
This is the first time that we see it. It's like a Dick Tracy story.
Like a gangster.
Yeah.
His
I like-
nose and
yeah.
everything, yeah.
And the maitre d' in that section too is a regular on Voyager.
Yes.
Different character, sans prosthetics, but
Yeah. Different.
The
Same,
actor,
same
yeah.
actor. He's a regular on board.
Oh, that's right, yeah. He was Niels?
Neelix.
Neelix.
Yeah, Neelix.
Neelix. Yeah.
So
That's right.
more crossover.
Yep.
We keep adding up the crossovers, and if we add Zefram Cochrane, that's a classic Trek crossover.
Don't forget the
Bing-
Babe crossover.
Bingo, bango, ha cha cha. So he kills the Borg with the machine gun, and Picard retrieves the memory chip that contains all of the information the Borg have received. Lily then notices that the 2 dead Borg were once crew members of the USS Enterprise. Hard decisions to be made by Picard here, but
He didn't make it feel like it was.
didn't make it
He's
hard.
just like, yeah, too bad for them. Anyway, got to find this
Brat,
chip.
brat.
Yeah, and she's like, "What are you doing? My God, it's tough to be them, right?" She's just outraged that he's doing this, and he doesn't seem to have a problem with it because he's so caught up in it.
Borg,
not only
Borg,
that.
Borg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In his head, he's done them a favor by
Yeah,
ending
which
their
we'll
lives right
see
now.
later as well. Back on Earth, Cochrane keeps hearing of what an amazing historical figure he is and begins to question whether or not he wants to go through with the launch. He doubts his own nobility and flees the launch site. Geordi and Riker attempt to catch up with Cochrane in the woods and are forced to stun him with a phaser to return him to the Phoenix.
There's an important cameo there before that happens though. When Barclay comes up.
Oh,
Barkley,
yeah.
our
Freaking
friend Barkley,
Such a weenie. How did he get on this show?
who shows up and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm such a big fan of you. I don't mean to be like a big dweeb or whatever, but oh my God."
I choose to believe that he knew that piece would work perfectly all along for what he wanted.
100%.
And he made an excuse to go over there and ask Geordi about it so he could talk to Cochrane.
Yep. Yep.
Freaking Barkley.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm going to say it. I was happy to see Barkley.
I don't know why we didn't see more of Barkley. Honestly, people seem to enjoy the character.
We do though. We do though.
I love to hate him.
Later?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. He's
Take
quite
back
a
what I
significant
said.
presence in the last couple of years of Voyager, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On the Enterprise, Lily and Picard join the rest of the surviving crew and discover that the Borg are outside of the ship. The retrieved memory chip reveals that they are reconfiguring the main deflector in order to contact the Borg of this century, calling them to Earth to assimilate the planet. Picard, Worf, and Lieutenant Hawk put on spacesuits and venture onto the surface of the starship to stop the Borg. That's a fun scene.
Yeah.
Where
You've
they're all...
got a spaceman.
I used to
Picard.
have
Good
these.
golly!
Look
I used to
at
have these
that.
action figures too. I sold mine, but I used to have them there. The great-looking spaceships. Frakes was complaining about shooting that scene because, it was a circle, so the frame of reference is tough as far as where the camera should be. All the suits looked the same, so you didn't know who was who, which could have easily have been fixed if you'd have given each suit color, like in the J.J. Abrams one.
Exactly.
But
That was probably hard to film it all upside
This-
down, too.
This movie was where my best friend Jolene pointed out what a whiny bitch Worf is on Next
Yes.
Generation.
He's a little
and I
bit
was
of a whiny
very,
guy.
I was very, very defensive going into this movie. At this scene, she looked at me.
He's a little bit of
Damn
a
it.
whiny guy.
Do you remember your Zero combat training? I remember it made me sick.
How you doing, Worf?
Not good.
Well, then his suit gets a rip in it, and it seems to
love-
not be an issue.
Well, no, he fixes it, remember?
He ties a Borg arm around it.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I was
awesome.
too busy texting. So that scene, Hawk, Worf, and Picard attempt to unlock the deflector dish. Attacked by a Borg, Worf's suit begins to depressurize. 2 Borg are killed, and Hawk is attacked. As the dish is released, a now assimilated Hawk attempts to kill Picard. Worf saves the captain.
Yep.
Hawk is killed. Picard and Worf destroy the free-floating deflector dish. And then, aware
With
of
the
Data's
greatest
design-
line ever, by the way, assimilate this.
Oh, assimilate
Yes.
this! Assimilate
There's-
this, bitch!
There's a lot of good lines in this
There-
movie.
This movie's got some kick-ass one-liners, you guys. It's incredible. The Borg Queen. She is aware of Data's desire to become human, and she offers him the chance to become entirely covered in human flesh and join the Borg in an attempt to get the encryption codes from Data so that she can obtain total control over the USS Enterprise.
I never knew there was such a similarity between the Borg Queen and Buffalo Bill. Covering people in skin.
And she's got some great lines, too, about, like, this beautiful gift. You reject my beautiful gift to you.
the new flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got some good lines, but I
She's icky,
don't
for sure.
I don't like looking at her. On Earth, Cochrane explains to Riker that his only motivation for inventing warp travel was money. He never expected to save mankind, become a hero, or be instrumental in the founding of a new civilization. He simply wanted to retire in peace. And Riker, yeah, man, I get that. Have I got a planet for you? Back on the Enterprise, an argument ensues as the majority of the senior officers believe that they should evacuate the ship, destroying it and the Borg.
Yeah.
Picard won't give up. We literally just got the Enterprise E. We can't just be blowing it up again.
Especially when it's so purty.
And he insists that they stay. Challenged by Worf, Picard orders him off the bridge, and I'm like, my 2 dads, they're fighting. I don't want my 2 dads to fight.
I love the fact that Worf was speaking up and saying, it's obvious we need to blow up the ship.
Season 2 of The Rehearsal. This is exactly what Nathan Fielder is talking about.
Pilot, co-pilot, they really need to get on the same page.
First officers need to feel comfortable speaking up, and captains need to be comfortable accepting feedback.
I just like how Picard's like, you coward. And Worf's like, if you were anybody else, I would kill you. Because my best friend Jolene looked at me again and was...
See? Can't even take any criticisms.
Well, she was more like, if he were a real man,
If you
he
were a real
would have killed him.
He would have killed
you
him.
were a real Klingon.
It shouldn't have mattered.
Real Klingon.
Also, we didn't talk about it, but when they're outside the ship, Worf whips out his Klingon weapon,
He
right, and the
whipped it out.
Klingon music, and he goes, "Oh, that was
Yeah.
cool as hell."
It was.
Lily-
That's how he got the arm for the Borg to wrap around his.
I must have been texting.
Yeah, exactly.
Lily follows Picard into his ready room and demands that he explain his obsession with fighting the Borg. You guys, strap in. We got an A+ scene coming up.
Oh, Alfre Woodard, man. She is just amazing in this scene. When she just yells at him, blow up the damn ship. She's just so good. Just so good.
Everyone is firing on all cylinders in this scene. Picard declares that he won't sacrifice the starship and swears to finally make the Borg pay for all they've done. Lily quietly and calmly compares Picard to Captain Ahab, forever fighting his white whale, the Borg. Realizing that this fight could only destroy himself and his crew, Picard decides to evacuate the ship, and he gives that killer line. Somebody else has to say it because I don't have it memorized.
The line must be
Drawn.
drawn.
Yeah. This
no
far.
further.
This far. No further.
Which is later quoted in one of my favorite movies, Free Enterprise. But anyway.
Good stuff.
It's also
Excellent
quoted in Deep Space Nine in the most unexpected of ways and places.
Yes, exactly.
stuff. During a card game.
You may or may not be too far off there, but can we just talk about him smashing the models?
His little
Yes.
ships.
You broke your little
You
ships.
broke your little ships.
And also, I love that he quotes Moby Dick, and Lily's like, "I actually never read it."
She's like, what's that from?
Now, is it true, Blake, that the Enterprise D that was the model in that case was actually just the Playmates toy that they painted gold? Or
I don't know that actually.
I'd read that somewhere.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. I would be surprised though, just because of the way that it broke. I feel like the AMT model would have worked better for that,
Probably, yeah.
but I honestly don't know.
As I recall, it was a commercially available model of the Enterprise. Whether it was the Playmates or the AMT, I don't know, but
Yeah,
that's what I remember reading.
yeah.
Well, it's okay. I have 18 pages of trivia from IMDb. So
That's why the synopsis was so short, because they had to make
this was
room for
all
that.
Trivia.
Right.
Yeah.
So Worf, Picard, and Crusher activate the ship's self-destruct sequence. The countdown begins, and the crew leaves in escape pods. The only time we hear Majel Barrett, at least
Oh,
that I picked
yeah.
up. Did
I
anybody
don't
else
think-
catch
There
that?
may
They didn't
been
really
a-
talk to the computer much in
There may
Yeah.
this
have been a
one.
couple more, but anyway.
Well, because there was one instance where we hear Deanna over the comms.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is the only time we hear Majel Barrett.
Yeah, and every other time Data's like reading out from the computer.
Yeah.
It's not the computer.
I have Majel Barrett radar.
I was going to say, was she dead by then? No, she was still
No.
around.
No.
Yeah.
No, she's alive. Like
Yeah. Okay.
still,
yeah. That's
right?
what I
No,
thought.
she.
So
No, she died
like
a while ago.
2008 or
Yeah.
2008 or 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she did the computer in JJ's film, and that was her last thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Queen Star Trek. She would do it till she died. Picard surveys his ship. Oh, gets one last look at his ship and prepares to leave when he hears his dear friend Data calling him. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the Earthbound crew and Cochrane begin takeoff. Cochrane, Geordi, and Riker take off in the Phoenix, and with music blaring, the three men launch successfully into orbit. Would have been a perfect sabotage needle drop.
I was thinking the same thing.
But Magic Carpet Ride starts playing, and I was like, "This is the next best choice, in my humble opinion. I think this is a fantastic choice for this moment."
I do love that in 2063 we're back to physical media, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's cool looking too. It's all
Yeah.
like crystal green
Yeah.
looking thing.
And that ship, the Phoenix, I used to have the Playmates version of that toy, and it would you press the button and the warp nacelles would pop out. It's kind of cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. I never had
we-
that. I didn't
did
get
we
a lot
miss-
of the ships, but yeah.
Did we miss the part where he explains what he was actually going for by developing warp technology?
I'm
yeah,
not
women,
this, yeah.
bitches, money.
I'm not this
Yeah.
great man. I wanted money and an island full of naked women. You know.
I love that scene
Yeah.
because it explains why he's so worried about being this historical figure and everything. It's just like, I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that just wanted to get rich, and this is the way I knew how to do it.
I wish I could remember the quote exactly, but there's another quote that Riker drops, and Cochrane is like, "Oh, is that one of your like future man quotes?"
Oh no, he says, "What pretentious
Who
nonsense?"
said that?
Basically.
And Riker's like, "You did."
Don't try to be a great man. Just be a man and let history decide.
There we
Perfect.
go.
Yep.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, so good. Can you imagine what Riker and Geordi must have been feeling in that moment? Just
Oh,
being a part of history. Oh, being part of and they're like not scared at all. They're like, wow, this is just like regular
just-
flight training.
yeah, having a grand old time.
And Cochrane's like,
Well, they have the knowledge of this already worked. We already know what happened.
yeah,
you
we're
know.
good.
We're good.
And they have future brain knowledge. So Geordi's already
Exactly.
done the work to ensure
Well,
that it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that raises some questions that I was thinking about watching this again.
Oh.
Not some prime directive questions.
A little bit.
Yeah, it
because
is because it's not a warped,
They're
capable
not
society.
warped yet.
Not yet.
But it,
So it makes
No,
well. Here's the
come
thing:
on.
is the Federation only around because the Federation is around?
That
Now-
time paradox.
fuck are you saying to me,
Is
Tommy?
it a paradox? If they had never gone back in time, would his ship have functioned the way it's supposed to after Geordi and the other guys tweaked it to?
I think it would have. The only reason that he was hesitant is because they kept telling him in the future, you're a great man and you save humanity.
Well, and it was damaged in the
Was it-
Borg attack.
Okay, so if it was damaged in the Borg attack and that's all they did, then yeah, history is continuing along the normal path that it should have. But if they did anything to enhance the capabilities of that ship, it's created a time paradox.
Well, and that time paradox comes back to bite a little bit in Enterprise.
Oh, really?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ah,
Yep. And that's all I'll say.
Nah. We'll get to that in 8 years.
8 years from now.
on
And we
the
will remember that it's a
Enterprise-
time paradox.
That's right.
On the Enterprise, Lily and Picard say goodbye, and the captain goes to save Data. Entering engineering, Picard confronts the Borg Queen, whom he knows from his experience with the Borg. The
yes.
Queen reminds Picard that it was not enough that he was assimilated, but that he needed to give himself freely to the Borg. She wished him to stand by her side as an equal to further the power of the collective. Picard offers himself in exchange for Data, but the android does not comply. He refuses to leave, and at the Queen's command, disarms the self-destruct sequence. He quickly enters the encryption codes, offering full control of the Enterprise to the Borg. Oh no, Data.
How could you?
As Cochrane's ship nears warp, Data arms the USS Enterprise's weapons and aims it at the defenseless Phoenix. At the Borg Queen's order, Data fires, but the missiles fail to hit the Phoenix. Ooh, I was edge of my seat here,
It was
you guys.
close.
It was close. It was
Okay,
close.
well, hang on
I
now.
just I wonder
thing.
what has happened now to those torpedoes.
Exactly.
because the inertia has just carried them.
So what did they go off and end up hitting something that they shouldn't have in the past?
Yeah,
The
that-
butterfly effect. You know, these are
Just some kind of
torpedoes.
just some kind of space junk.
Eh,
But, you know, maybe that was.
You know,
supposed to
you
be
know what I bet it
something.
was. What I bet it was.
What's
is,
that?
This is now my headcanon. That it's a Starlink satellite that had drifted away, and
Sure,
those
great.
those
I like that.
not only kick it when it's down, but just
It's-
obliterate it.
It hit the Tesla that they launched into space in 2023. That's what it did.
Oy. Is that still up there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Hey, do you guys ever get upset thinking about just how much space junk we've put up there?
Actually, I do, and I
do a
know
little bit.
Okay.
I shouldn't because there's nothing I can do about
Well-
it.
Well, I'm glad it's not just me, though.
No, I get frustrated from a technology perspective because you can only have so much stuff up there before you can't put anything else up
Put
there.
anything else up there.
And if half of it's broken and useless, what do we? That's space that we need for new good stuff. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we need That's why we need a shuttle up there to like shoot down the broken stuff so
cleanup.
it burns up on reentry
Just
and
push it into the
Like
that thing that
gravity
they're
well.
working on to clean up the trash in the Pacific, we just need one of those, but up in space.
Bingo.
I did it. I solved our
You
problem.
fixed it.
It's like the giant net from Superman 4, where he collects the,
All the
nuclear
nukes.
weapons.
Yep. Yep.
His deception of the Borg complete, Data smashes a conduit, releasing a gas that floods engineering, killing all organic material. As the Borg are destroyed, Picard climbs to safety and the Borg Queen falls into the deadly gas. With the Borg threat gone, Cochrane safely completes humanity's first warp flight. Can we just talk for a quick minute? Patrick Stewart kind of jacked.
He was action steward in this.
He was.
Action steward in this.
Yes.
I don't know what the rest of him looked like, but those arms were.
Yep. When he climbed a freaking rope.
Climbed a rope. You
know?
ever climb a rope?
No, I never was
Exactly.
able to.
He didn't climb a rope. He climbed a vacuum tube that kept coming out of the socket.
It's even
Okay,
harder.
okay, calm down.
I'm saying that's harder.
It's even harder.
Yeah, it's way harder.
Yeah.
How old was Patrick Stewart when this was shot?
Like 95, I think.
Jesus, Tony. Somebody look it up.
He's like 95 like now. It was his birthday 2 days ago.
Oh.
Yeah, how old was he? I'm
It was
curious.
filmed in probably 95 because it came out in 96. Mm-hmm. And he was born. Let's find this.
I think it's
just-
1932, I think.
The reason I ask is because I was lucky enough to be sent down to the junket for. It was a double bill. It was First Contact and Beavis and Butthead Do America.
You know.
Oh, what a
That's
time
what-
to
is
be
that when you
alive.
found out that Picard that he is a huge Beavis and Butthead fan? He is.
They sent us to the Paramount lot where we watched both movies. Beavis and Butthead, the animation, most of it wasn't finished yet, so I kind of checked out.
Yeah.
But First Contact was done, and it was, of course, brilliant.
Did they
And
give
then-
you singles of Roller Coaster and Magic Carpet Ride?
But
too?
the next day, they did give us a swag bag for First Contact, and we got to interview all of the cast members, except I wanted Alfre Woodard, but she wasn't there, and I wanted
James Cromwell.
James Cromwell, but he wasn't there. But
Boo.
Alice Krieger was there, the Borg Queen. And she's just lovely. This kind of light reddish hair, and just beautiful. You could see why they cast her in this role. But the thing about it was that Patrick Stewart, and I said this to him, I said, I got to tell you, Mr. Stewart, I've always been a Captain Kirk man, but I got to say this here in front of everyone. You're a goddamn good-looking man. Thank you.
He was born in 1940, so that would have made him 55 or 56 when they shot that.
The AI overview on Google says 56.
56 when he made First Contact, and in great shape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So, celebrating the first flight back on Earth that night, Cochrane and the Enterprise crew see an alien ship land nearby. The doors open, and Zephram Cochrane makes Earth's first contact with an alien race, the Vulcans. Picard and his crew beam out, having witnessed this historic event. The USS Enterprise NCC 1701E returns to the 24th century.
Lives to fly
With
another
Data's
day.
LED
Fly.
skull.
Yeah,
Swollen
it's
LED
blinky.
skull.
So blinky. There's so many lights going on under his fake skin. And thus concludes the greatest Star Trek movie of all time, dare I say.
I would probably agree.
That's
Yeah.
a bold statement.
I
Well,
think
those
it's
J.J.
accurate,
Abrams
though.
movies suck, Carrie. So
No,
I don't.
no. I like those, and I still think First Contact is the best Star
But
Trek.
what about Wrath of Khan?
Wrath of Khan.
That's
Wrath
the
of
big
Khan.
Wrath of
argument.
Khan is very
Great.
good. Wrath of Khan is very good, but I don't.
It's they're thematically the same.
Listen, I like apples. I like oranges. I just
This
like
apple's
apples a
better.
little. I just like apples a little bit more than oranges.
Perfect. Yes. You say this apple's just a little
Don't
sweeter.
don't judge her counseling techniques.
Right.
Yes, thank you. Wow, what a movie! What a movie!
It's very memorable for me because, like I said, I got to interview the whole cast and found out that Marina Sirtis was a chain smoker. That was fun.
Love that.
Because we're at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and she's like, "Am I allowed to smoke in here?" I was like, "Yeah." No, still. Oh, all right.
I would say that her
Queen,
and
queen shit.
her and Jonathan Frakes aged the most between the end of Next Gen and that movie visually. I would
Yeah.
say.
The
we
other,
didn't even mention Beverly's blonde now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Short hair, blonde.
and looking
Yeah.
good. And then the other
She's the most
memory,
beautiful woman alive.
the other memory, the other memory of this movie I have is when I came back from the junket, back to work, and I was just dating Sue, and I hadn't met her twin brother yet, and he came into town, and I said to you, well, let's hang out for a bit. What do you want to do? So, well, I was really hoping to see that new Star Trek movie. I said, well, I've already seen it, but let's go. You know,
Let's go, dude.
That's one of those things when you internally are just
We're
like,
gonna get along
yes.
just
I went,
fine.
we're gonna be fine.
Yep.
It'll be just fine.
I saw it on that University Avenue theater. I think it was called the Academy or something like that. But we went first day, and it was loaded with Star Trek fans that made the experience so good.
Did they
Oh,
lose
I
their
bet.
shit? They did,
Oh,
didn't they?
every moment.
Yeah.
But it was hysterical because everyone was like they would laugh at the laugh lines and essentially
like-
applaud, and everyone would be like, oh, shh, shh, shh.
Yeah.
And so you'd have this wave of quiet down, everybody.
Everybody shut up. I forgot. I wanted to make sure I talked about this. But Picard drops one of my favorite lines. Reports of my assimilation are greatly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Mark Twain. If there's something I'm going to see in Star Trek, it's a Mark Twain reference.
Got that right.
Yeah, there's pages and pages of trivia. So if you guys have trivia that you like, just shoot them out.
I will say this isn't going to be on your list there, but it's fun to go back and watch the Lower Decks episode where they go to Cochrane Land in Bozeman,
Yes.
Montana.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so literally we finished this and I just popped on an episode of Lower Decks. Oh God, which one was it? I don't. It's when it's the sequel to Boimler's holodeck story. It's in season 3, where
Vindicta too.
Yeah, and he's having like an existential crisis, and he goes on like this side quest aside from the pre-planned story that he's already made. And he wakes up and Sulu's there grooming a horse. He wakes up like on Kirk's land, but Sulu's grooming a
Yeah.
horse. And he's like I can't remember what he says, but he says, "Am I in the Nexus?" And I was like, "Ooh, I love it when I get a new joke."
So naturally, you changed your opinion on Generations, right? And you think it's great.
No,
Oh.
still bad.
Oh, not
Still
that
bad.
movie.
Still bad.
Yeah, let's see. Jerry Goldsmith did the music, and it had that spooky Borg theme.
Yes, all the
created for it.
synthesizer stuff with the Borg theme. That was good.
Synthesizers, yeah. It did
I wonder
pretty,
if he used a Korg machine when he was recording music for the Borg.
of course.
Tony, sometimes I think you shouldn't be allowed to.
Well, you're not wrong.
Season 3, episode 1 is that Lower Decks episode where they do fly the Phoenix with holographic James Cromwell.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
It's terrific.
I gotta go back and watch that now because
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the reviews that came out at the time. Ryan Gilby of The Independent considered the film wise to dispense of the cast's original series. For the first time, a Star Trek movie actually looks like something more ambitious than an extended TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Let's see. Critic Bob Thompson felt that First Contact was more in the spirit of the original series than any previous installment.
What?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. The Globe and Mail's review, First Contact succeeded in improving on the stilted previous entry in the series. It featured a renewed interest in storytelling. L.A. Times, First Contact does everything you'd want a Star Trek film to do, and it does it with cheerfulness and style.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. 1000% agree.
But yeah, it received somewhat critical acclaim. The acting was met with mixed reception.
What?
Disagree, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I do disagree because I mean, geez, a lot of great performances
They
in this.
nailed everything.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. First Contact, Scott Mendelson from Forbes. Probably the biggest Star Trek movie that still feels like a Star Trek movie. It was also ranked. Well, here we go. Empire Magazine ranked it second after Wrath of Khan.
It needs to be
Okay.
flipped, in my opinion.
I
But that's just
would
my
agree.
opinion.
I would argue, though, that without Wrath of Khan, you don't get First Contact.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it better. That just means it came out first.
Yeah.
Kid,
I would say,
girls.
I would say without that first series of King of the Hill, we don't get this new rebooted series of King of the Hill.
I'm so excited for that, by the way.
I don't have a dog in this fight because my favorite movie is Star Trek 6. So do with that what you will.
Fair enough, you know,
Star Trek 6 a good one, though.
everybody's got their own taste.
Okay.
I
Not-
still like Nickelback. So.
I would say I like Star Trek 5 over Star Trek 6.
That's bold.
Well, that's because I love Crazy William Shatner. I love that they just let Crazy William Shatner let loose and try to fight God. Like,
Okay.
that's-
As director, story writer, and lead.
Now here's
He's a
I
triple
love-
threat.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing about Star Trek 5. Is everybody says it's the worst Star Trek movie. I maintain
It's
that the next
fun.
two that you're going to watch,
are bad.
well, maybe not, the next one's
The
pretty
next-
bad, but the one after,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. Jake's
I
gonna
will
disagree
fight
with
you.
me, I think. Yeah.
Insurrection is not worse than Star Trek. Star Trek 5. Nemesis, however, I might be willing to give you that.
The thing about Nemesis, I feel in my gut that I saw that at Trolley Corners when I was a child.
Yeah, maybe you did.
I feel like I remember that.
You might have.
I might have, but I won't. I won't know until I watch.
I think Rebecca's going to love Insurrection.
You think?
Based
Are you
wholly on one B story and one scene within that B story.
Can you use code to let me know which one? Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. She's going to love that scene.
Oh, no.
Absolutely, she's going to love that scene.
Yeah, but you can't love an entire movie based on one scene.
No, you cannot. But that
Oh.
scene, she's going to love it. She's
You
going
guys,
to love that scene.
so at the end of filming this, actor and director Jonathan Frakes got the nickname Two Take Frakes because of the efficiency of his style. That's
Nice.
fun. Love that.
He
for
still
him.
has that nickname when he directs the current stuff. That's what everybody calls him.
Two takes.
That's why.
Yep.
I'm gonna be really upset if he was coming to FanX and now he's not coming to FanX because the Vulcan that Zephyrin meets, his name is Solkar, and he's Sarek's grandfather.
Oh,
Oh,
little
Isn't
bit,
that fun?
little bit of something there for you.
Yeah.
You got any more of those? I love those little I love those little tidbits.
Well, let's see. Oh, the original. So one of the reasons Jonathan Frakes was chosen to direct was because the producers wanted someone who understood Star Trek, and amongst the cast, he was the series' most prolific director. Reportedly, Ridley Scott and John McTiernan turned down the chance to direct.
I can't imagine Ridley Scott directing.
I was going to say.
I know.
I'm
Could you
trying
imagine
to
a Ridley
imagine.
Scott Star Trek?
I mean,
But
I want to
John
see
That-
it. Don't get me wrong.
John
but-
McTiernan, the Die Hard director,
Oh, is that what he? Okay.
and Rollerball.
I can see why they would ask Ridley because the Borg, they were
aliens.
going
It's
after an
aliens.
alien feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
that, but yeah.
Oh, Ronald Moore picked the date of April 5th for First Contact simply because it's his son Jonathan's birthday.
Oh,
First contact with his son.
oh.
And it's set
Oh.
in Bozeman, Montana, because that's where Brandon Braga grew up.
That's fun.
Oh, look at that.
Is there a real life Star Trek something in Bozeman?
I don't think so.
There should
There should be a statue of Zephyrin Cochrane.
40 years
I would
early.
agree.
Just put him up there, you know?
James Cromwell claimed that Zephyrin Cochrane was the closest to any of his roles to his personality in real life.
I
Oh,
can see
really?
that. I can see that.
Okay.
Because he's a hippie, and yeah, I can see that.
Kind of fun to see young James Cromwell.
Yeah.
It's been a
This
minute.
is He's played like 5 different characters in Star Trek too.
Yeah, he's up there with Combs, Jeffrey
Combs. Yeah.
Combs, as a Star Trek multiple player. Yeah, good though. Good movie.
They wanted to destroy the Defiant by the Borg, but the Rick Berman was like, no.
No, I need that.
Yeah.
Well, and it's even funnier too when you think Ron Moore was on the DS9 staff at that time.
He's like, yeah, blow it up.
The eyepiece of one of the Borg contains the front canopy of a Star Wars TIE fighter toy made by Kenner.
Is that the one that's all holographic and reflective looking that you see
I
for a
don't know,
minute?
man.
I don't know.
The Millennium Falcon fights the Borg. It's part of the fleet that fights the Borg.
Is it really?
Really?
Yep.
No idea.
I did not notice that.
I was looking for my TIE fighter toy to see if was it the window of the TIE fighter, did it say?
I've scrolled away from it.
Can't go back.
Or did I sell my TIE fighter toy? I think I sold it. I've been selling so much of my stuff. Oh, well.
You making a profit?
No. I mean, basically, it was like renting it,
He's making space is what he's doing.
I'm,
Swedish death cleaning.
I got to do this so that Rebecca doesn't have to clean all this shit up when I die.
I do like that this has somehow become mine.
You volunteered.
Your responsibility.
You volunteered.
I'm just going to cruise over after you're done and be like, hey, what's left? Anything
Oh, no.
good?
Seriously, when it happens, come on up because Sue will just go, yeah, it's in there.
Yeah.
I will fly across the country.
Where Jimmy's widow,
in grief.
Of course.
where Jimmy's widow said I could have one thing.
That's
like,
it.
What?
Where'd the rest of it go?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway.
What else you got on that list there, Rebecca?
Nothing really. The Tom Hanks was floated as Ephraim Cochrane.
That would have been fun.
That'd have been all right.
Would have been fun. Yeah.
I just noticed that the little I can't really see it there, but the little clamps are molded on the headpiece here.
Oh. They just line up when you put it in.
They look like bird tracks.
Tom Hanks would have been a good choice for multiple reasons. One, and also that he kind of looks like the guy who played him in Metamorphosis,
The original
original series. He looked slightly. I mean, nobody looks like James Cromwell. I mean, let's be honest.
It's very
He's so
distinct, for
tall.
sure.
There's only one of him. But he is very tall, isn't he? Yeah.
Which I kind of think works for the story because they recognize him like immediately. And it's easier when it's someone who's tall and very distinct face. It's like, oh, that's the statue I walked by on my way to gym class every day, says Geordie.
Okay, here's one for you toy nerds. Playmates Toy Company produced a tie-in model of the Sovereign-class starship USS Enterprise NCC 1701E, which was first seen in this film, but the producers at Paramount Studios made changes to the ship's design after Playmates had already begun production. So the toy version retains the ship's earlier engine designs and placement not seen in the film, although they were corrected for Playmates' later Star Trek Insurrection tie-in.
Interesting.
So, so the E is in Insurrection.
Yeah,
Like it has to be.
I want to say,
continues.
yeah. They
For-
don't.
it's in the other two. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't change it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't, Then the film's novelization, when Riker asks Worf if he remembers how to fire phasers, Worf responds with, "It's the green button, right?" It was decided that since they didn't want it to appear that Worf had gained a sense of humor while on DS9, they didn't include it in this film.
Yeah. Oh no.
Well,
That's
he
fun
did.
for me. That's going to be fun for me.
Yeah. Once you get to season 4, when Worf joins Deep Space Nine, it's his best stuff is on Deep Space Nine. By far.
I would agree with you
believe
on
it.
that. I would agree with you on
Yeah.
that because I didn't care for the character of Worf so much until he got to Deep Space Nine, and then they really got to let him, explore it. And by that time, Dorn was a better actor.
Adam Scott auditioned to play Lieutenant Hawk, which went to Neil McDonough.
Oh, interesting.
That would have been interesting.
Could you imagine Tom Hanks as Zephram Cochrane, Adam Scott as Lieutenant Hawk? What a world we'd be living in, you guys.
Or would it be one of them time paradoxes, Tony?
It's time paradox. I'm telling you, they didn't do it perfectly.
Well, yeah, okay, the rest of this too. Christopher Walken was considered for a role, presumably Zephram Cochrane.
That would have been terrible.
I have to agree with Jake. I love Christopher Walken, but I don't think he would have been the right call for this role.
I invented warp drive.
You
All I
want
wanted was the money and the women.
naked women on the beach.
What was that? What was that historical man quote? Don't just be a man. I
Don't
can't.
try to be a great man.
Just be a man. Shut up.
needs
I never
more
claimed to
warp
have a
drive.
good Christopher
Hey.
Walken impression.
You nailed it.
I got a fever, and the only solution is Vulcans.
I got a fever.
But it's not
the
Vulcan
only
fever.
prescription is more warp drive.
More
Although,
nacelle. More
I
nacelle.
would have liked to have seen him, when the Vulcan comes out of the ship and holds up his hand and says, "Live long and prosper." And I would like to have seen Vulcan try to do the Vulcan symbol and then go, "Thanks," and do the shake.
Hey, also,
liked
good point.
Yeah.
Why I thought live long and prosper was a farewell phrase. Why are we opening with that?
Well, he didn't say it. They didn't say anything. He just... Did he
Well,
say
then,
it?
He said,
he
"Live
says
long and
live long
prosper."
and
Did he
prosper.
say it?
That's
I
the
missed-
first
I
thing
must
he
have
says.
missed
And
that.
I'm like, is it like aloha? Like, is
I
it
guess.
mean
It is.
hello and goodbye?
Maybe
It is.
maybe it's the only English phrase he knew. 'Cause
So
they didn't
I was
have
wondering about that
English
too.
translators.
How would they know
Did they-
English if they've
well,
never been to Earth before?
did they-
Universal translator.
That's
bro.
what I was
Oh, well,
wondering. Did
that's-
they already have
But how
that
did the Universal
technology?
Translator have this in its system if they've
You
never
think
been
they haven't
to
been
Earth
watching
before?
us already? Come on now.
No, the literal. Did we not just watch the movie, Tony? The
I
plot of
watched
the
it.
movie is Zephram Cochrane has to do his warp drive because there's a ship out exploring that happens to catch the warp signature of the Phoenix, and so
Yeah,
that's when they
but-
turn around. They turn
Sure.
over and they go
8
to
years
Earth.
from now, don't let that get you hot.
It's
That's all I'm gonna say.
It's they were on patrol. They've been through the sector before. Come on now.
There is, Rebecca. There is a moment they in Enterprise they do like mirror universe episodes,
Oh,
and
awesome!
there's a recut of that scene, but in the mirror universe,
I don't remember that.
and Cochrane shoots the Vulcan on sight.
Yeah.
Classic
Hell yeah.
mirror
It's
universe.
Classic.
it's pretty great.
Well-
But my big issue with this scene is what is Vulcan intimacy?
Well,
Touching tips.
but that's how they start. That's foreplay, right?
I'm just saying
Oh, with the handshake. Oh,
the handshake.
kind of rude. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe the Vulcan was into
We
it. He's a
saw
very
that Rick and
that's-
Morty.
guy.
Hey, it could mean anything. We saw that Rick and Morty episode where Rick creates a tiny universe and he says this means peace among worlds.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Microverse.
Well, also we've seen the Rick and Morty where they bring Jerry to that underground cult club because he's so cringe.
yeah.
All of them are wearing the Borg Queen clamps,
Yeah.
stretching their skin
I
everywhere.
have that in my computer.
Whoa.
Rick
Oh, there you
going.
What's he doing in there?
he's just hanging out in my computer. No big deal. Peace among worlds.
Peace among worlds.
Providing the battery energy for your computer.
Right.
Yep.
Well, you guys, I never want to move on from First Contact.
Okay, well, show's over. That's
All
it.
right.
shows.
I guess we'll just
I
jump
guess
to.
now we're moving on to Battlestar Galactica.
Yep. Jump to BSG.
Well, here
All
I will
right,
say this,
here we go.
Rebecca. You could, if you skip the other two movies, it's called what? TV show in space?
Yeah, people will be upset though. And
I think you are overestimating fans' love for Insurrection and Nemesis.
And fans' love for dunking on Insurrection and Nemesis.
That's
I don't know,
also
you'd
true.
be surprised.
Yeah.
I have come across people who said Generations was their favorite Star Trek movie. So like,
Well,
there's something for everybody.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And-
Exactly.
I'm
And
a bit of
as
a
I said last time,
completionist.
I do love Insurrection, but for very different reasons.
Well,
All right. Well,
also a big week as of recording. Strange New Worlds comes back on
Yes.
Thursday. So
2 episodes, right? We're getting 2
Yep.
on the
I
first
think
week.
so. Yeah.
Nice.
Jake and they're good.
Because-
Yes.
The second episode will warm your TOS heart.
Oh.
Fuck yeah, dude. Okay.
I guess I'll watch
Well-
it.
And there is a moment that will warm your just complete love of Star Trek heart.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
like
Strange
that.
New Worlds, baby. That's Strange New Worlds, baby. All right. Well,
But I mean
hey.
that specifically for you,
Yes.
Lieutenant Commander.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody. This has been fun today. We'll see you in the next one, and until then, we will continue go where no one's gone before, but a lot of people go all the time. Thanks everybody.